Let's invite him up. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it says invite sent. They just need to accept it.
Yeah. Like a sneaky invite to zero. You might accept. He said he
Plenty to
might.
talk about between the finals, crazy continent shift, All Stars coming up.
Yeah. The shift is insane. We got to talk about that for sure.
Yeah, Evany has something up their sleeve, hopefully.
It's, oh shit.
Is it everybody?
1 second, bro. Last time I had notifications on. I got to turn some notifications off.
Oh, yeah, I can get distracted. Is there anyone from C1 here?
Oz said he's finishing up a meeting and then he'll. So hopefully he makes it.
Okay. Yeah, C1 and C2 were pretty quiet. C3 through
Yeah.
6 were pretty wild.
Definitely.
I heard Cam carried his team in his D look. That's why
Give me
he's
1
here.
second, bro. 1 second.
Dude, your words, not mine.
Yeah, C4 was the wildest. We'll get some more perspectives on that, but I heard that reports were counting in the last 10 seconds, which they don't even count sometimes in the last 20 to 30 seconds. So nobody knew what was going on until after the match.
Yeah, I guess we just Oz. We're just waiting for. Is there anyone else? He's gonna come later. So
Yeah, we can get started for now if we want to start with C3, unless you want Cam to tell us about C2.
Nah, dude, just let me and Freya just get it over with. No one wants to hear about Vic winning again, but
okay.
So are we not C1 now or no?
we're not.
No.
We're not. It's depressing.
Oz definitely had a hand in that. You know?
No.
He's earning that name.
I'm joking.
That's for sure.
He scammed us out of the C1 Chalons. But anyways, give us your POV. How did it go? How was it?
Don't all talk at once.
Oh wait, did you ask Irish?
No, Freya. I'm talking to you. Ladies first, right?
About our talents.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, you know, kind of stressful at times, but so LS, I watched your
No. We're gonna talk about the Vig match.
yeah, I know.
Final.
But I watched yours and I felt super stressed watching yours. So Vig's was totally just chill in comparison, you know. I mean, we know we can kind of, you know, we know each other and how everyone plays and stuff like that. And I felt like it was a lot more quiet. There's not a lot of cross chatter, which I think was good. You know, yeah. So it was fun. It was really fun.
Did you guys do the no generals on the wall, no generals attacking?
We did.
How did that go?
We did. Well, you know, for people like my size, it's kind of stressful, obviously. But you know, it's actually surprisingly more fun than I thought it was going to be. You run out of troops really quickly, but it's still fun. You just gotta get the fills and gotta get a lot of
Did
tents
anybody
and.
did anybody from Vid get zeroed? Can you name and shame some people?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we were
Oh,
all
really?
close that time.
Definitely. Yeah, people got zeroed. Moore did some really good hits in semis. Like Freya said, we did do no generals, and we tried to make sure everyone knew that we didn't have generals on, so we messaged before the game, and Moore got some nasty hits off.
Yeah.
Of course. They would have got nastiest regardless. But yeah. What about in finals? Who are the people we need to expose for getting zeroed?
No, we can't expose names. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even
Bro, come on,
remember.
man.
There was
All
some
right,
burning.
Freya got zeroed.
Cam.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I did, but maybe
I
I
don't think
did.
you
I
did.
could have.
I brought my shitbox keep it got zeroed. So that's it. Shame me.
Gucci. What about Cooch and Sam and all the others? Did they get zeroed?
Yeah.
You'll just have to watch the video, bro.
I'm gonna watch it.
I
And I
think
heard,
toward the end, yeah, we were so low on troops and we weren't
yeah.
healing or anything. We were just getting tents
Mhm.
and trying to get the hospitals and stuff. So, yeah.
I do
But it
think
was fun.
Immelhart did the best job at actually hitting us at the start of the battlefield with no generals, because I want to say they zeroed maybe 2 or 3 keeps.
Yeah. They capitalized. I mean, I don't know. I thought DTP was going to hit us more, but
No,
they
they
did not.
Karu posted a picture. He used 1 day of heals. Because remember, I said last video, I said I'll be surprised if Karu uses a single day of heals, and he
Oh,
literally
yeah.
used 1 day, and then
Just to do that.
Literally one.
bro.
But they're good. They're so good. Like all the teams in the finals were really good. I mean, people were just it was a lot of fun, a lot of action.
Yeah.
It's really hard to keep portals. It's hard to keep
Yeah.
the buildings and stuff, and you just keep getting kicked out, and
Yeah, we
it's a lot to juggle.
we paid the price for not keeping balls. But thank you
Oh
guys for
yeah,
your perspective. It's much appreciated.
yeah, of course.
Now,
And still.
Does anyone? I think there's people from RSP in there. Would they be interested in like Death or Jake jumping on and giving us a multiple winner perspective?
What's up,
Jake.
guys?
We really appreciate it.
Hey, Jake.
What's up, man?
Thanks for the invite, gang. Yeah, so RSP won again. Our finals was really light work. HOT did make it fun because they're doing Broken Hive for a little while. But our real challenge thing was semifinals against Neff, which you guys all saw, right?
For sure.
Yeah, that was an interesting battle. I think there's a few continents, right, that had interesting semifinals. We were one of them.
Yeah.
D3.
Neff is so good. They're just like, yeah. I'm proud of you guys though for getting it done.
C3 and
Yeah, I
C1
always
was
glazed
decided
them.
in semis.
Sorry, what was that, Ellis?
C3 and C1 was decided in semis.
Oh, yeah. I think that's happened once before when I joined RSP is like the first or second challenge. We ran into a big team in semis. Pretty rare when that happens.
Well, it's because they don't do a
No, but like
format where it's true
I
seeding.
did want to ask, like, what is your guys because I noticed you don't put the same amount of weight and gravity on like regular battle. I'm not saying you guys walk into a battlefield intending to lose or anything. I'm saying when it comes to Chalons, you guys kind of just shape up, turn into this focused unit. What is that process like? Is there like a build up to it? Is there messages that are sent out? Or you guys just everybody is just like 100% committed to winning Chalons and not too fast about the regular battlefield?
Ellis, do you mind if I rephrase that question?
No, I'm talking to Jake. I'm asking Jake.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask Oz, but
Yeah, no, I'm asking to rephrase it. Basically, how do you guys go from a normal Battlefield season and having some losses to Neff to just absolutely, I mean, that score, how lopsided it was
Yeah.
insane.
Well, I mean, think about it
That's
like
what I'm
this.
trying to say.
There's ups and downs, right? Like, you know, it happens with every single team. It happened to Neff before. It happened to Vig back in January 2025, 2 weeks back to back. It happened to us against Neff a bunch. There's ups and downs, right? For Challenge, though, that's like a set locked in thing. Everyone already knows the dates and everything. Everyone can make their schedules available. So it's easier to lock in. And yeah, there's a whole process, you know, everyone will be like, all right, well, it's time to use our inventories, all this shit. Start building up.
So that was the push, because we saw a massive push by RSP, and you guys just, became fearsome, bro. Like
Oh, yeah.
overnight. And I think, was that the push for Chalons? You guys just emptied out the inventories, looted the
Yep.
old family old, spent the last bit of coin that you were gonna.
Yeah, I spent my last
Okay.
$20 from the ad revenue, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it really was like that. The laterals went up, you know. I'm not sure if you were playing with Viper during our throne match. It's not like
No,
we
I
were
wasn't.
tearing through you guys, but we were hitting kind of good, right? Like,
Oh
you know,
my
we had a
God,
couple
yes.
good hits. You guys definitely smacked the shit out of us, but we had a couple good hits, so it shows that something changed.
Absolutely, bro. I can't wait for the next. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I hope we're both gonna have full teams. This is why it's better to pre-arrange it rather than just one team surprise the other, in my opinion. Because if we surprise you guys and you got two fillers and one keeps missing and this guy's late, it's not really a fair matchup. Whereas if we both know what we're going into, we both pick a slot that works for everyone. I think you know it's more accurate representation. But at the same time, I understand why you wouldn't want to do that. But I'm just saying, if
I can
you
see
get
both
to a point,
sides. I mean,
yeah.
I've always been the underdog, right? Like when we joined, it wasn't like RSP was like the top of the top. We're still fighting big, you know. There's still that distinction. So
Yeah.
I'm just used to having to jump on and keep my notifications on. Someone hits me up for throne.
You guys reading what you guys reading what Rez is saying? I wasn't even at the throne, Rez. Leave me alone, bro. Read the chat, man. He's a bully.
Yeah, I'll hop out of here because C1's kind of boring, but Oz probably has a lot of intricate stuff to say when he's free. But I just want to say GG's to Neff, to Reb, to HOT. They're all great. You know, they give us a run for our money every single time. You know, it's like every single challenge, everyone's just like, oh, is RSP going to lose? But then it's been like 3 years straight. Shit's always been the same. But
we did try to get you, Jake.
Oh, yeah?
At the end
I
there.
saw it, dude. That's
when we
that.
healed.
Mikoko, that thing hurts.
Well, they set on him, or else we would have had another 2 or 3 rallies going up on you. So, and then he ended up getting just knocked out. So, but we gave it our best chance at the end there. So,
you guys are awesome.
Yeah, no, it was good battle. We just pretty much were head to head with SAD and MBN there for the first 20 to 30 minutes, and then you guys kind of decided that's enough of that. So. And
yeah,
then it was
we saw you one tap Clark, and we're like, fuck that. Let's go after HOT now.
So I mean, it was a good battle. Otherwise, you know, we were just kind of waiting for our heels to come up in order to get back in the battle, and then we did, and short lived, but nonetheless, it was fun. So we all enjoyed it. You know, we none of us really healed at all. So I didn't use any days. I figured, you know, best thing to do is just save up for all stars at this point. So
right.
Good job to y'all. Good job to NBN, SAD. Our biggest battle, obviously, our biggest challenge thing was the GOT match in the quarters there. So, you know, we kind of went all in for that to try to advance through, and it worked out for us. So, you know, good team strategy. very
Yeah.
effective
I don't
for
know
us.
if you talked about that already, but that's probably the most interesting thing to happen in C1 Challenge like this season. Is you guys doing that?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on that first call. So, and to us that was the biggest win because we know you guys are an extremely excellent alliance and really hard to get past. So, obviously that was the big win for us. So, but otherwise, good job, and keep coming at you. So now that the continent shifts look like they're going to be a lot different than everyone expected. There's a lot more to come on that, obviously. So that's about all I got for us. So
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
thank you.
Should we go to C3? Big Earl, you wanna? Congrats, brother. Fucking did it. Got
What's
that
up?
monkey off your back. Hey, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a lot of pressure, especially trying to dethrone WDF and meeting them in semis instead of finals. Um,
Mm,
but to be fair, I think our average margin of victory this whole season was like 500 or 600K. Um,
mm.
we got off to quick leads every single match and just never really looked back. I joined at the end of last All Stars, and the team just really put in work. I think we ended with 5K49s, 248s, a 47, and then everyone else kind of
Jesus.
just, yeah, up in their
What?
power.
Oh
When I
my God.
started, there was only 149 in the whole
Wow.
alliance. And I left a really good team to come over to EMO, DNR,
Mm.
who also beat WDF in their finals match. So, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, a lot of
Crazy.
pressure coming over here and potentially meeting them in finals. So, taking down the 12-time champs and everyone pretty much wanting us to win. Yeah,
So
there was a little bit of pressure.
yeah, I'm so happy for C3, man. You guys are gonna be a good example for a lot of the teams to follow. And I think now you've got new competition and more.
Yeah,
Gigolo is cohabitating with you guys.
I
Let's
know he's probably.
back to the old gang because we used to be in C3 with these guys before we got pushed into C2. So
Yeah.
we all know each other, and they're a fun group. I would say like for a continent that gets together, and they chat a lot together. It's a lot more than I think
Mm.
the other ones. And then TTC came over as well, and ASE. So it's going to be there's the top 10 there are going to be pretty strong.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I don't think Jig's gonna answer my calls anymore about asking him for strategy advice and stuff like that.
No, no.
My
Yeah.
team's going to fire me now. So
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, I got to give credit to the team. Everyone just played their role. I hammered it in for the past couple months. It was, I'd say like a mini boot camp. Every battlefield we work on something a little bit more, a little bit more. Not doing too much. I know I say this every week, but if you just play your role, play it to the best you can, I don't think many teams can beat us. So we were just on point, especially with WDF. It was not even close. I think we had a 700K spread at one point. They came back a little bit towards
Yeah.
the end, and then even against
Mm.
Raw too. I think at one point we were up at almost 800K. So the
Damn.
matches were over pretty quick, and we
Yeah.
just really had to like maintain the lead and manage the score for second and third place.
Yeah. Congrats, man. I'm so happy for you guys, and yeah, I hope guys won't get complacent, and you're just gonna keep pushing, keep growing, keep recruiting, keep sharpening your skills. Just stay on top of your game.
Yeah, for
Wish
anyone
you guys
looking
all the
to join the new champs, hit me up.
Let's go. Awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whoop. Do you wanna give us your POV, bro?
I don't know. C4 was nuts. If you've watched Stamp's stream, that was with 1 second left. 3 teams thought they won.
Oh
That's
my God.
the score was basically tied with 1 second left.
Wow.
A three-way
That's
tie.
nuts.
It was a three-way tie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that was the most intense, close battle I've ever fought. Like the team played their guts out. And WAH, who ended up winning, the last time I looked at the score, they were down like 300,000, and that was with like 2 minutes left. With like
oh
10
my
minutes,
God.
with like 10
That's
minutes
crazy.
left, they were down like 800,000 or
Oh
something
my
like that.
God.
And then but I was trying to match Stamp, which is impossible because he's the GOAT, and I wasn't paying enough attention to the WA score, and so then of course I think THE and PPK, we both piled on WA because we thought they were too far behind to try to neck and neck each other, and no, turned out they jumped right in it. It was an awesome match. We came in third, so I don't, who wants to hear from a third place team, but it was an awesome match.
No, second to fourth. To me, second, third, fourth is meaningless. It's either first or nothing.
But yeah, so with I think 8 seconds left, we were winning. With 4 seconds left, THE was winning, and then WA won at the end. It was nuts.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah, it was a wild match. Absolutely wild match. And yeah, Whoop basically echoed everything that I would have said as far as how last 10 minutes or so played out. Like, I think both him and I were in a position of you looked at either of our hives and you didn't get really excited about what your options were, given how tight the score was. I landed a couple of port swaps on Whoop, and I think he was probably like, I don't want to hit that. and then on the flip side of that, like looking at PPK's hive, it was like, I can hit Whoop, I can hit Niana, which is Malachi's old keep, or I can hit Ptolemy, I think had power at that point. Like all of those keeps are brick walls and they have reins. Nope. So it was like, we have one choice. There's Fahad. Yeah, and in the last 60 seconds, I think there's 150,000 points given off to WAH. And yeah, I've never seen rallies settle while the countdown's going. And the two rallies that tipped it to WAH winning settled at 4 seconds and at 5 seconds. So it is what it is. But yeah, it was definitely a clincher of a match. It was super fun, hard fought. Yeah, and like off the gates or out of the gates, 069 was really frustrating. Like if you watch my side, I think PPK and WAH were kind of trading blows, and you saw their scores going up. And I was just setting into the win because 069 kept on porting out of everything that I said on him until we got him down to being port locked. And then we shot ahead because PPK and WAH, I think, were still on each other, but 069 was mine.
Nice. There's a lot of power there.
Yeah. I mean, it was like I want to say it was like a 700,000 point swing for us in a very short period of time. Because we went from being down 250 to being up 250 in a few minutes.
How did the other two teams allow that? Did they not have someone watching what you were doing, monitoring your activities?
No, I was on 0692 and having the same they kept jumping experience. And as a person who's really immature, I got frustrated with that and just said fuck them and moved on.
No, that's every setup.
Yeah, and it's frustrating, right? It's like they're porting so much
longer than I could.
Yeah, he played the long game.
Yeah,
I knew how much power was there. I knew how hard we would hit him, I just needed him to sit still for a fucking minute.
I'm pretty sure the first 20 rallies I set in that match just hit air.
Yes.
Absolutely nothing.
Yes. Yeah, like my hit rate, the first 5 minutes, I think I landed 10, and they were towards the tail end of the first 5 minutes. And then the next 5 minutes, I landed 22.
on that,
much
can I ask
different.
you guys a question while you're here? What would you prefer as a strategy? Would you prefer to have your entire team hive pre-rained with extra rains coming, or would you rather they jump from rallies as much as possible until you get pole locked? If you had to choose.
Jump. So we tried a little bit of pre-rain today, and it didn't make any difference. The THE and WAH hit so hard that, I don't know, 80 million reens, 30 billion keep one shot. It just didn't matter. So
no, they weren't.
Yeah, so if all the K44s were just on the map, were one shots, all of them.
Yeah.
There wasn't and that's where most of the players is in that 20 to 30 billion K44 thing. And even with rain, especially FOBs, K17s, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have to move. So the problem with that, though, is then you're trying to set rallies. You can fill 170 maybe, but you actually have to send it 130 because a whole bunch of keeps hop out to try to move. So it's kind of hard as a setter to like figure out when to launch necessarily.
Wait. But PBK is filling 170?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if we can, like if we're not porting or pulling, but yeah, definitely like
100% can.
Can. I don't think I sent a 170. I don't think it was. We could, but it wasn't practical, or I couldn't wait for it. The only glitch that I don't, it's going to sound like I'm complaining. I'm not. The rallies were settling good. The reens were settling.
The reins were horrible.
Absolutely correct. Like I experienced myself where the rally, normally like the other glitch was way bad. It was like when, as long as you're marching towards someone, you were in the report. Whereas now, I'll send it, I'll get in, and I still like, I wasn't registering.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really bad.
So
Whoop had a hit on Nada that the first rally landed and there were no rains and it zeroed her. And then the second rally landed and there was like 80 million rains and they got wiped out because there was no keep.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
So
and then they landed at the same time because like Whoop sends shit quick. But rain registry was abysmal.
So as a setter, it's awesome, right? Because I was like, once I figured out what was happening, I was like, great, let's capitalize. I'll start double setting, and then clear 8 billion reens on tap 2, which was working. The problem is I did not know we were getting one shot so hard or so often. So I kept telling the team to like full heal to like stay topped up and keep the rallies going. And they would full heal, one shot, full heal, one shot. What I thought was happening is we were reading well and, full heal between hits, like the gotcha. I thought that's what was happening. But then I watched the film and I was like, God, I just sacrificed my team to the wolves out there. Like I just kept like that. That was not good. Nobody was like telling me like, well, they eventually were like, Whoop, you're an idiot. Like this full heal thing is stupid. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, they were getting pretty pissed off at me because I'm trying to rally the troops like, let's go. And they're just like, we hate you. And I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we played this a lot differently in hindsight than we did like the prior season, where a lot of our keeps that did get, like Nada, for example, got one tap because the rain settlement was shit. She just didn't heal, and she went to bullets from there. And I think a lot of our keeps did that. Not all of them, but a lot of them did that. And I think in part, we didn't get like shit for defense points. relative to, I mean, obviously WAH got a ton, but I think PPK, you guys got hit quite a bit between us hitting you and WH hitting you.
Well, I did serve everyone up as like a multiple full team heal sacrifice. So I mean, but that was kind of the intention. I thought we were holding up better than we were, but everyone seems to like hitting us for some reason. Now I know why, but I was like, these defensive points are awesome. If we, because it wasn't like there was a clear first place and you avoid the first place team. It was just a 3-way, everyone's hitting everyone thing. And I was like, hey, if they can hit us more, that might be the key to adding the defensive points, which usually, works. But yeah.
Yeah, and it did work though, because like after 069 went out and then we started in on you guys, like we had probably, I don't know, relatively early 250,000 point lead ish, and then just over the course of the next 40 minutes or so, like at the top of the hour, it was even, and that entire second hour, it was like 50,000 points either direction. it was a sweat fest. And then again with WAH like 700,000 behind, it's like, okay, yeah, we can pretty freely hit them.
Yep.
And then we all know how that ended.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that was challenging, and I hadn't really seen much of it in C4, is if you haven't seen it, Stamp has gotten really good at counter rallying now, like really good at it. And that was giving us absolute fits.
Thank you. I mean, whatever you guys were doing obviously was working too, because you gap closed us. So that was a very stressful match.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
It was very fun.
Okay, thank you to both of you. And just before I move on to D5,
are you guys ready for WAH to get their merge now after All Stars?
Definitely.
You guys are all on the same continent.
Wow.
Stamp. Are you
guys
all on the same continent?
we're still all same continent together. I think the line cut off three servers before WAH or after WAH, so they are still C4.
So not much change in your continent.
I think we lost next. We lost a couple of those like higher server numbers, and then we gained lower server numbers. But like from a top 6 or top 10 team standpoint, I don't think we lost anything. Maybe we did.
No, you didn't. It's gonna be basically the same.
Still, it's still basically the same finals, semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, from like 1050 up to 1125 has always been just like this core of pretty strong teams and a very short block of servers.
Yeah. And I got to give props to God, who was our semis match. That's a really good team too.
Yeah, man, definitely. Before we move on, I just wanted to say to Whoop, you don't know this, but you're basically one of the biggest inspirations for how I sit in this game. We played you in VIG, my first COC in VIG. We played you first round, and your pace, your aggression, your finesse, your fearlessness, I took a lot from that. So I just wanted to thank you because I never got a chance. But yeah.
I learned from Stamp,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a nobody before
we all learn from Stamp. I'm just saying, you've been a big inspiration to me, even though you don't know it. But thank you.
Paige, that's very kind.
Paige Leo from TGT, another team that's finally shook a monkey off their backs. Congrats on your win.
Thanks. We did it.
How you doing? Yeah,
good. We did it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think our story, it sounds like it's a lot like Emo's, to be honest. And I know a lot of you guys have been familiar with the ride. We have a very, very loud R5 who I love very much in these Discord chats all the time. But we've been building the team I think I was Soen's first recruit I came from 1432. And then moved over to 1401. And then that merged. We got a lucky merge with a really great server in 1404, and or sorry, vice versa. Anyway, here we are. And obviously, there's been some recruitment effort over the last year that's really heated up in the last, I think, 6 months. But you guys have seen, Guy came in, Onyx came in shortly after me, Savage came in, DJ came in, and then now we have Nova and Leor, who are two of our latest recruits, and we've got some others, and Gringa, who are on the up and up. So that has made a massive difference just in the power of our play, to be honest. But having that ability, like having those people who are building well, and then on top of that, I think the last 6 months we spent a lot of time identifying roles of people. And if you guys watch the streams, we still we're chatty. So we tend to, we have our moments where everybody's told to shut up. But we have settled into roles pretty nicely in terms of having the right rally callers, having the right setter, which we've had for a long time in Onyx, but she's really excelled and had a great finals match, has had a great challenge in general. And then in our callers in Nova, Soen, all of them strategizing. But yeah, we had the big bad SGE that we had our eyes on for a year. Last year was fucking painful. So painful loss. And then we came back, we re-strategized, we got bigger. That helps. And then this year we zeroed Saigon. So that was a big that was our big moment. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a good ride.
How's the shift? How's the shift treated you? Good, bad? You happy with it?
I mean, it's not thrilling. I guess that's the answer, right? Like, it's not exciting. Soen had said it, I think.
You don't. No. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say you didn't like. Do you mean like it's exciting that they fucked you over, or not exciting that there's no barely any competition?
Yeah, I don't want to say that there's no competition. Like the APX is in there, Nex is in there. So there are a number of other kind of like big boys and big players in there. I think we were hoping that I think Soen had said this too to Stamp. We were hoping either we'd go a little further down if we were going to move the way that we moved, so that we would, be facing the likes of THE, whether that's a good idea for us. We are gluttons for punishment. So anybody who's faced us in SBS and stuff knows that too. Or we were hoping it would go the other way, and we would get you, or we'd get USA, and have some kind of like big end competition that way. So there's still for sure big end competition. There's still for sure big end competition, but yeah, I think we were hoping for like a little more bandwidth on either side. But hey, who knows? We'll see. You guys saw if you watched the C5 finals, you saw Ragnarok and NGL really pull through as a sleeper. In that one, they ended up coming in second. So testament to Ragnarok, which I think everybody knows has been a stellar setter for a long time, and his team. And yeah, anyway, just goes to show that anything can happen. I think we saw across the continents this season, like you guys have been talking about, that anything can happen. So I'm sure that there are exciting times to come. We stay forever humble. We'll keep building, and I'm sure Soen will keep lashing us into being bigger. So
let's try organize a POB TGT bog if possible.
Yeah, one where everybody can show up, because I remember we got you what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2 or 3 times in a row. Oh, those were so fucking painful.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we only had 5-6 people too, but let's organize it so that we all know who we're matching, same sign up power, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
I don't know how we haven't matched. Our sign up powers like right on each other.
And yeah, it's been pretty. I mean, I've been lucky though. I've been getting like it was like HOT, WDF, EMO. I mean, sorry, THE, and the next one was logically supposed to be fucking TGT. But obviously, 2 weeks of no on the battlefield. So
it'll happen eventually. It'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen.
We had like
I
those
just
3
wanna get
battles
back.
back to back, and then nothing since.
Nah, nothing. Yeah, even USA. I've never ever matched USA in Battlefield. It's insane when
Well,
I think about it.
USA's always like slot 9 though. They're so late.
Okay.
Yeah, they do play late. I've been telling
Yeah, I
everybody,
don't know.
LS, that you're on your Thanos grind, just collecting the stones for the gauntlet. So it's every challenge champion gets a turn. So I don't know what color stone we
Oh
are, but we'll see.
no! You look. Oh man, that Chalons was very humbling. I'm very grateful. I mean, obviously, I would have rather won, but I'm so grateful for the experience because same as next, when next meet us, we evolve to another level. This is something we really needed, and I'm grateful for. I'm happy for you guys. I swear to God, I'm so happy. And yeah, you guys are one of the teams I'm the most looking forward to matching because I want to match teams I think can beat me. There's no point playing people I know I can beat. I only want to match teams that there's a risk factor of me losing or my team losing. That I guess that's
Yeah, it's
what we
good
spend all this
practice.
money for. All the
So
money is
Yeah.
spent for is for this,
after we
for the
fought you,
adrenaline.
after we fought you like the second time, everyone, when we hit you the third time again, everyone's like, "Oh my god, not this again." So I was like, I'm actually not mad at it
Oh,
right now because it's going to teach us to play a little bit better. As annoying as it is, we
100%.
can learn a little bit of tactics and stuff.
No, you
So
got better progressively. So first round was very nothing. Second round, you got better. By the third round, I actually felt intimidated. That's why it's like the fourth time was probably when you might have won, but it just never happened. So it needs to
yeah,
happen.
We
but
felt
yeah,
that way with all of the tough matches we had too. I think we faced Nex in some we had Hot Uno and Nex, I think, in a bunch of back-to-back battlefields, and that was a scramble. So, but that all made us better going into challenge. I think, like, to your point,
100%.
we learned a billion lessons. We got better at raining, and a number of other things, and got better at, even going in strat. Like this Chalons finals, we knew that we didn't want to get hit by SGE, especially not early, at least not our smaller guys. So that's a lot of stuff that we learned even in the last month of battles and qualifiers before challenge. So, or practiced, I should say. Knew some of that stuff off the dome, but yeah, got to practice some of it. And to Soen's point, with you, it was a lot of learning. With POBO, it was a lot of learning about how to manage a big guy who's very big and can just solo the shit out of our big guys and take big points
hmm
off. So
Yeah.
we're still not perfect at that.
That's not gonna be what wins it. I promise you. Like as you saw in C6 finals, soloing. Yes, it
Oh
helped.
yeah,
It helped a lot because S2D was basically getting like 3 billion, 2 billion, 4 billion nonstop off my team, which definitely helped them get over USA. But
yeah,
like they weren't gonna win. You're not gonna win on solos in Chalons. And maybe in
no.
battlefields, but not in Chalons. You're never ever a solo team is not gonna win.
And the
It's
dynamic
gonna
is
come
so
down
much
to
different. Yeah, it's so much
it's so
different in 1v1 versus a
yeah.
four top
so
With
too.
with with,
I
with
just wanted to say something because you had asked Pages about the continent shift, and yeah, I thought we were going to get better, but I originally said in like a chat somewhere that I was like, oh, we got no one, like there's nobody significant, and I had to take that back afterwards because we did get Apex in there, and then
mhm.
somebody gave me a list of some other ones. I was like one FL or
Next,
something
next,
like.
next, next, next is pretty good too. But if they can get their shit together, that's a very scary team.
Yeah,
Well,
there.
they really only
Like,
got 3 players, so I don't
nah,
know.
nah, bro. Don't sleep on them. I've seen them hurt some people. I've seen them even almost tie with GOT. So that it's just again, your one of my favorite sayings is you're only as fast as your slowest joiner.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So at the end of the day, if they can get their bottom players to be motivated, they become dangerous. If not, I mean, they're gonna stay in that place of potential.
but yeah.
But
But
yeah, don't.
anyway, that's where I was going with this. Anyway, is that there is more. There's a ton more teams, so let's see. It should be more competitive because I know some of those should be better than SGE. So it'll be fun. Because honestly, in our finals, I was a little bit sad they didn't put up more of a fight. Like I wanted a close match. To blow out like that is, it's cool to be champions, but it would have been more fun with more.
You've been building towards this, and they've kind of just stagnated.
Yeah.
Can you honestly, and again, no shade, I think any of the top 4 teams that were in C6 finals would have blown out SGE. So they're just stagnated. They haven't. Not possibly.
Yeah.
I don't see them beating any one of the 4.
Oh, you talking about one-on-one or in a
No. And say we replace. Say I replace TGT, or Zero replace TGT, or Viper does, or France of Addictive do. I think it would have been same. It's just because they stagnated. Like they haven't added much power. They haven't added much laterals. They just kind of.
Well, they've added a lot of power, but they haven't added the laterals.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
They've
gone up like 200 billion power since last challenge, something like that.
Yeah, they're like a trillion power line.
Yeah, it's an offense game now. Defense is almost obviously Nef are very unique in that they're a monster alliance that are 80% defensive in mindset. That's why their unique style works for them. It would be the equivalent of like RSP or Vic deciding to play defensive. Of course, it's going to be very hard to beat them because their laterals are just so psychotic. The amount of 16s, their march sizes, and the depth of their the thickness of their layers. It's just very hard to punch through. But for like teams that are like on a scale, it's offense is gonna win every day of the fuck. As Whoop just said, no amount of reigns is saving you in this game anymore. Like they hit me a K50, they were doing numbers on me. Like I'm not saying necessarily they were going super positive. Probably one of the strongest defensive keeps in this game, and these C6 noobs were fucking damaging me. So imagine what like a team with a ton of T16s, 180 million rallies. Yeah, man, it's an offense game now. So people that are very defensive nature, keep the range speed, but you're gonna have to think about.
I was just talking to Huntress about this. Is that the defense buffs all increased by 1,000 since 45, but the offense buffs have increased by like 3,000 to 4,000, and then and then the in rally debuffs have like more than doubled. So
exactly. What about the in rally debuffs? They started sneaking in now. That's
they're
fucking
crazy.
dangerous too.
I mean,
they're
when
crazy.
You first saw them, you're like, "Oh, these are stupid," and then you see how much they actually.
No.
You're like, holy shit.
To me, right now, I think in rally debuffs is the most coveted thing in this game. If you can find it anywhere, take it. Obviously, it's that I would go in rally debuffs, then debuffs, then it's a very tight one between march size and buffs. Buffs you can find by you could wake up and sneeze and you get buffs and everything.
Yeah.
So, like you don't have to do anything. You just go in a fucking camp or you I don't know, go in a tile and then you wake up with buffs. Whereas debuffs, in rally debuffs, march size, you really gotta coin or grind for those. Yeah.
Giving away all the secrets.
No, there's no secrets, bro.
No, I'm just kidding.
Let's talk to the team of the moment. Oh, did you have some questions for them?
No, I was just about to tell you I saw Vindictive and Viper both here, so I was trying to invite them.
Invite them. I definitely want to hear from the dark horses that were counted out. I saw polls going up, some disrespectful polls. They only had POB, USA, and S2D on them. Like you guys didn't even factor in. I'm not gonna lie. As much respect as I showed you guys on the call, when I went into the game, the way I played, it was very disrespectful. I almost didn't consider the possibility that you guys could win. And the way I was rallying you guys, I think the way all of us rallied you guys was very rude. We didn't respect your rain game. You forced us to respect you, by the way. I'm just letting you know my POV.
Counted on it.
And yeah. It definitely worked. And there was a moment where USA was about 200K ahead of you guys. And second dawn was not hitting pop. And USA was not hitting Pop. I mean, we didn't have much to hit. I was still alive. And Viper, your leader, was rallying me non-stop and just getting fat off me. But he was also boosting us a bit. So I decided in that moment, I was like, I remember Spid. Spid had told me he did something that worked for him. I decided if I hit you guys and put you guys close to USA, they're going to have to, because we were lost. All three of you guys would have to chunk on Pop to try to take the lead from each other. And we would sneak up, full heal as a collective, and steal it. That was the rationale behind it. But somehow, I don't know how it backfired. You guys caught up to USA as I intended. And then they just kept hitting you guys or hitting each other. Nobody wanted to give POV any love. So I don't play for second.
I mean, our portal players just were on fire at the beginning. We only used 4 of them, and Nala, Ghost, Sue, Twinkle Star, and I mean, we were able to port lock you guys, and I think
5
that
minutes
really shifted the momentum of the whole early game. And then, you know, because we did have a good re-in game and we were doing real well there, we were keeping some keeps alive a little bit longer. We were able to continue to fill those 130 mil rallies, which allowed us to pull away. We went in kind of going, hey, if we survive the first 15 minutes, you know, this is going to be our game.
Yeah. No, the biggest mistake I think I made, and maybe I don't know, 0. Because I think USA kind of just acknowledge that they're gonna die, heal bullets, and that's their game, and it works for them. Their laterals and their fills just work for them. Whereas for Pop, we're so chunky that we need the ports. The ports are our lifeline. Like while we had ports, we were doing really good. I think when I looked at the score when I paused the video, it was you guys were first by like 50K. Second Dawn was behind you like 20K. We were behind them like 10K. And then USA was behind us 50K. So you guys were ahead by like 100K. But then once we got port lock, it wasn't you that benefited or Second Dawn. It was USA. 0 was just slicing through my team. 20 billion here. Like the biggest head I've seen on a pop keep is 19 billion with no range by GOT. 0 was getting 24, 23, 22. I've never seen my team because our layers just don't allow for that. You should not be able to do that to us. Bro, he was fucking us. And yeah, by you port locking us, you almost gave the win to USA, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, that was that's where the game was won. Is that port locking has just shifted everything.
Yeah, well, and I mean, once we saw, you know, USA was right there with us. We were getting dodged a lot, so we started rallying you just to chunk some points. And you know, game flow kind of worked in our favor this time. But I mean, these 4 teams are insane. I mean, that game flow easily could have gone toward anybody. If we played it 10 times, I don't think we'd get the same winner each time.
No, so. Yeah, it all depends on who. Like, say I decided that Viper has got 120 million range. He's healing nonstop. I would rather go for Vindictive or Francis, who are like 100 billion. They're not healing as much. They don't have as much range. Boom. I think Second Dawn win that match. Say I decided, oh, I'm going to go for Nay. She's a 49. I don't want to have these 50s. I'm just going to splat on her for 30 minutes. USA wins them. You know what I mean? So you're right. You play that 10 times. It's like just snap decisions made in the moment. But you guys 100% deserved it. And you earned it. And congrats. New Kings of C7, I guess now. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what. Second Dawn kept hitting us with the 2K50s. The doctors were just these little 2-man rallies to kind of whittle the re-ins away, and then they'd try to time their bigger rally right behind it. Was pretty effective.
Yeah. No, they hit very hard. And I fucked up. I shouldn't have hived by you guys because I was healing bullets, but we were so close to you guys that Francis and Vindictors were just letting solos off and just getting 2-3 billion and accumulate. You know, when you get 3 billion here, 4 billion here, 2 billion here, every solo, that is going to add up to like 80 billion, 60 billion, whereas we had to hit Viper, who was Rain, to get like 10 billion here, 8 billion, 10 billion, 9 billion, 6 billion, 4 billion, 5 billion. So I would say for myself, I played that game awfully, and I didn't even fantasize in a universe where Pop gets pot locked. and that's been the biggest takeaway for me. How's the continent shift for you guys? How are you feeling about that?
I mean, it's the first 4 rounds probably going to get a little bit. If they'd have done the shift down to C5, we were thinking, hey, the initial Chalons rounds there might be a little more stable because you're going to have more meat to go after in those first 4 rounds. And now, we're still in a situation where a team like JDW can get, draw us in round 5. It's
No, they're gone. They're gone now.
I know JDW is gone, but I just mean a big team is still going to slide to second seed. And you're still going to have these weird round 5 matchups. Kind of a shame, but speaking of which, I think JDW drawing us in round 5 actually was beneficial to us because they put up a good fight, and we got to test a lot of things out there that helped us a lot in the finals too.
How I did want to ask about that. How was that match? Did you think was there any moment in that match where you felt like you could lose? Was there any moment in the match where they took the lead, or did they ever like catch up and tie up the scores, or was it just again? I get people wanting to be humble. I just want some candid truth. Did you guys just blow them out?
I mean, we went into it thinking it was going to be a pretty evenly matched deal, but at the end of the day, we're filling 130 million rallies, 150 million rallies. They're filling 70 to 80 million. It's going to be hard for them to keep up.
I thought Hughes was saying somewhere he could fill 130 with the team.
Yeah, not with. I mean, you can fill that in a regular battleground when you're not under pressure and getting hit at the same time. But we were filling 130 to 150 even while getting rallied.
What was the average difference, like the distance between you guys? Was it 150, 200, 300?
As far as points?
Yeah. What was the where did it stay? You know how it just hibernates somewhere? That gap?
We jumped out to about a 300 or 400K lead relatively early, and it just kind of grew from there. It stayed the same for maybe 30, 40 minutes, and then it grew after that.
So they couldn't hang in their finals if they had made it?
I mean, it's hard to say. I think they're definitely a top 5 team. I would probably put them 5th after the 4 that was in the finals. But
yeah,
Cake
because that's who
Cake has got incredible.
That's who I got.
It's just they're just a little. They're not as deep, right? They they can fill the big rallies, but once there's a little bit of pressure, they're not deep enough to maintain that 100 million plus rally.
Okay, you're kind of ruining my mood a little bit. I've got NBS, JDW, and it's LD is who moved over with me, and I was hoping. Anyways, it is what it is.
It's not going to come down to recruitment, right? Like ATB got here because we recruited really hard. I mean, Swamp went nuts. When he was recruiting me, I thought he was going to show up at my house armed and tell me you're joining.
I mean, he did go nuts. He even tried to recruit some pop players. We had some problems there behind us now. He definitely went nuts. I'll give you that. But good job to Swamp, and yeah, good job to ATV. You guys definitely deserve it, and you've earned it. And yeah, hopefully we'll see more of you guys. Hopefully you guys start a YouTube channel or something so we can see your POV. And I don't know, just try to make sure it's one of the big guys recording. Otherwise, it's not as entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, we kept it quiet. I think it worked to our advantage, but the cat might be out of the bag now. So
it's out of the bag now.
We
should.
JDW. Let me just give Cake a shout out, though. I think he's going to give you a little bit of a game because they get some recruitment done. I think they'll be a strong team.
No, it's not about winning or losing. You don't spend all this money to just dominate continent for 10 years. Like, no, you want your blood to be pumping, and you want adrenaline to rush through your system when you play a match. That's why we spend this money. That's why I spend this money. So anyway, on that note, we should definitely try to organize a matchup and Battlefield. Just some bog. Oh, I don't mind if you want to bog, but talk Viper, and let's try and make it happen.
It'd be fun to do for sure.
Yeah,
We'll have to
awesome.
check power signups, make sure they're equal.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could try to do that. And shout out to TGT too. Went right before me here. There. Congrats to you guys. My, Nova and I came from the same team on the same server, and I know he played a part in that win for him. So was proud to see him do that.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome, man.
We love Nova. Even though he says some of the dirty, he's giving someone a run for his money, and who can say the dirtiest things on stream.
Well,
anyway, thank you, Irish.
Yeah.
Congrats to you guys too.
Well, we got Lord Oz over here, Lord Scammer. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking, about. How you doing, man? Thank you for making it.
I'm good. How you doing?
We're good, man. Congrats on your what?
Oh, thank you. I don't know how I ended up on stage. I was just roasting people in chat silently, and then somehow I was on stage.
We finally scammed you then. This is good.
Yeah, you threw the reverse owner on me.
Talk us through your prep. I was trying to ask Jake, but I think you're the better person because the jump up, the upscale is insane from where you guys were to just blitzkrieg. You guys pulled on evony, and just you're like up Vic's ass right now. You can probably smell Viper every time he farts. You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Talk us through that, bro.
Well, that's like logging into every account, fixing accounts. That's like 3 or 4 people in RSP that do that. There's a lot of inventory just flying around that was used. So buffs went up, debuffs went up. A lot of RSS that was lying around that went into keeps. All the usual shenanigans. And one super event, where we we supered really well, as Andres said it the other day.
Yeah. Did you give your team uniform preset, so you guys still just being wonky with it?
No, it's uniform presets.
I don't think anyone can hear Oz.
Yeah, honestly, I don't. I'll say this too. My experience, pop doesn't have the laterals people think that we do. We have good laterals, nothing crazy. But uniform presets makes such a difference. Just if you don't do this and you're a top team, you're gonna start clearing an extra 4-5 billion on the back of just your uniformity. Because oh my god, every team should do this. And if you don't do this, I mean, come on, like ATB, I'm talking to all of you guys. STD, you should have a alliance preset that everyone must apply with. No questions asked. And also, you should have the order of your keeps, like the order of your presets should be uniform as well. It helps with your joint speed, your range speed, and when you have fillers, everyone just knows, like, okay. Like sometimes in Vega, I'll be playing 2 keeps, and one has siege first, one has archer first. Very hard, You should all have same presets. But yeah, all sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's it. Like so, uniform presets. Everybody has exactly the same layers, same amount of trips, like percentage wise, and all that stuff.
You're very muffled, Oz. I think you're losing service or something.
Oh, let me try and. How about now? Is this better?
That's better.
Yeah, it's better, way better.
Okay, yeah. So I was just saying, like, yeah, all of that, and then like on the day, we feel some people that just look, scan the map, find people constantly, and the moment you see someone with a match at, you're set. When you have 3 or 4 people constantly hunting the map, I think there are different names that different people use for them. Some call them spotters, some call them by other names. I don't know. I don't care what name you give them. But we had like 4 dedicated to just doing that. So our goal was to like find every account on the map before anybody else and just whack them as hard as we could.
What about port locking? How did you go about doing that? Or did you have any kind of strategy for that?
So we did like once semis. Because like Neff is really good at putting last minute. Like you'll
No,
set,
not to port lock Neff, but did you guys? Because like you have to understand the consequence of two teams trying to port lock is two other teams have no portals as a result of this. This is what happened to Pop, which was S2D and ATB were relentless on portals. So USA and Pop just port lock like that. So I'm just saying, was that? Did you?
I don't think we had that issue. We only had to do like we attempted that in semis and we failed. It was like teams like Neff, the moment they realize they're low on ports, they start going and it's like 8 portals, so you fucking can't really port lock a big team. And then finals again, HOT was porting a lot, so we started trying to lock them out of portals, but we didn't need to. Like honestly, portal wasn't all that important, at least this round. I don't think a lot of teams were focusing on it.
Okay. So it just comes and goes in waves. No, I'm just saying that because that was the deciding factor.
In C6?
Yeah, it was definitely the moment. It was 15 or 20 minutes in when we got port locked, and USA was port locked, and I think almost the match was not decided there, but it was basically the beginning of the end right there. So that's
interesting. Now we definitely didn't have that. Not in C1. Like I think it's gonna be really hard. Like if people pay even a fraction of attention, try to portlock someone in Chalons is really hard. Unless you have like 5 or 6 really small players that are like your building players or whatever. And then you go, hey, don't take any solos or don't take any rallies, and they start jumping
I did
because
that.
someone's.
You're not gonna believe me, but I did that. I had 9 building team, and my dumbass said to them, "You can jump to save your life." And obviously, in the span of 15 minutes, they're gonna jump at least 3-4 times each. We're locked. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We didn't like semi is the only game where we were a little bit like wary of Neff rallies. Like 180 mil from Neff hurts really bad. So I did tell like all the K44s that are our building team, I literally said, just sit there, take the rally. If we renew, we renew. If you get 0, that's fine. Your job is just to flip portals anyway after that.
I did that last Chalons. I don't
so
know what
they
kind
all
of
died like
retarded.
within the first 15 minutes or something. I think like between Jimsack and whoever was playing Ludwig, they fucking wiped all those accounts, like with solos and rallies. And after that, they were just healing marches, joining rallies, or flipping portals. That's it.
What about the continent shift? How you feeling, bro? You liking it? You're not liking it? I know you
think
did.
I said it before that there's gonna be a C7. Some in C6 are gonna be happy about it. Some in C6 are gonna be upset about it. I don't think they're ever going to put WIG RSP in the same continent. I think they've realized that both these teams play for Chalons, and the only way to milk the cow is to buy.
What? Vic do not play for Chalons. What is this? Do we? That's news to me.
No, what I mean, like, bro, if you allow Vig and RSP to like have a very clear shot at Chalons, you're gonna coin. It's the same thing as Neff. Like,
Vic doesn't
the
have to
coining
coin.
will happen. Like,
It would make
bro,
it more
like
coining if they moved into if you guys had to face each other.
Yeah,
There would be more coining.
I
think so too.
I think we all think that way, but I'm pretty sure that Evony sees a different pattern, and that's why they fucking do it. Like it's very evident.
So that was your sales pitch. You went to them and said, "Vig and RSP are going to stop coining if you put us in the same continent."
No, I did not. I did not say
there
that.
We go. We got confirmation.
I actually wanted Vig and RSP and Neff and GOT, like our HOT, like that kind of continent is gonna be really fucking fun continent. And Chalons and other bits, like it can be wild. All stars can be wild with the number of accounts, good accounts in these teams. But I don't think Ebony is gonna do that. It's pretty evident, bro. They went 425, cut Vig out, and then they roll it back to like even mark the separation bigger.
Oh, I did want to ask a question. You know Tito's server on C2.
Yeah.
Did that get put on C3 or is it still C2?
C2.
Ah, okay. I just wanted to know for all stars. Okay, thank you, bro.
Yeah. That one's still C2. I think you can also see the C6, like the C7 creation. I said it before, like some people are going to be happy about it. Some people are going to be upset about it. Like now you have the people that won this round, ATB, USA, ADB won, and then USA and STD with them, and then you got put into C6. I don't know if you're happy about it or upset about it.
No, I'm not. I'm not happy. Like I told you, some people might enjoy dominating. I don't. I want to be challenged. I want to be on the edge of my seat. I want to be nervous when I go into a match. It's like I don't know. I don't understand the concept of paying money to be bored. Why would I do this?
But
You know
it's
what I mean?
like
Not again. Not saying.
it's a pay to win game at the end of the day. To them, like they see different things as different titles, as like whoever's
Not.
paying for them
But
should
okay,
be
can I ask you
having.
an honest question then? Can I ask you an honest
Uh-huh.
question? Do you
Yeah.
not think Pop is now in a lose-lose? So let's say hypothetically we win, people are gonna be like, of course, there's no flex here. But if we lose, it's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? So I'm in a lose-lose situation. There's no benefit to me
Yeah,
or my
but like
team.
that's what most teams face. Like it's the same fucking thing. Like going into
That
Chalons,
was
we have the
never.
same
Yeah,
shit. Like
that's
everyone
why I'm
gives a
not
shit
happy.
for it.
That's why I'm not happy. So I would have rather stayed with these other guys
But
so
I'm
that
pretty
when
sure you have other competition. I don't think C6 is as dry. Like there's JDW with you that I know of.
I just
I'm
spoke to the
sadly
bro.
I'm not
I just
aware
spoke.
of a lot of other teams.
I'm not saying we're gonna decidedly win, but I just spoke to him. They beat them by like 500. What was it? What did you guys beat them by? Irish?
Which team?
Uh, JDW and semi and quarter. Sorry,
That was
quarterfinals.
we beat them. It ended up being pretty big by the end. Let me check here. We ended up beating them by about 800K.
Yeah, that's. Come on, bro. Come on, brother.
Mm.
We
Well,
faced
bro,
ATV
if
in
we go by
quarterfinals.
score, I want you not to be offended by what I'm about to say. If you go
No,
by
no, 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 no.
score,
It's different. It's different. It's
you
different.
just
It's
fucking lost.
very. It's very different, bro. It's very different
It's
that
fucking
because
hilarious how you knew what was
no,
coming.
no. With quarterfinals, there's no other teams like that are gonna be producing the numbers we do. Like it was pretty even across the board, and then obviously people started fighting for second place, which to me is just pointless. But whereas in a quarterfinal, it's only two big teams. That's it. So for someone like if ATV and Pop versus quarterfinals, hell no. Are they even beating us? I would say, in my opinion. But if they do beat us, it's not going to be by 800K. It's going to be like the tightest of tight matches, period, point blank.
No, you guys should
So,
go head to head. You're similar size. You should go head to head. But I think like C3 is probably now gonna be the most interesting one, right? Have I got that
I agree.
no,
really,
Where
really
C6,
strong?
C6 is still interesting, guys. Don't. I'm C7.
no,
Sorry,
I think
C7
he's
is
deep
still very
wise.
interesting.
You got three teams in C6, whereas in C3 there's like 10 teams that can win it.
That's not
10
three
teams
teams,
in
guys.
C.
Maybe
Wait,
not
You
10, but
guys are
8, 7, or
wait,
8.
wait, wait.
you
Okay,
guys
go.
are forgetting. This is C7, where if you blink and you wake up, there's another 5K50. You blink and you wake up, there's a three more 49. Don't sleep on, bruh. Do not sleep on this continent, bro.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no one's sleeping. I'm just like C3. Okay, 10 is interesting. I would have said there's maybe like 4 teams. I haven't looked, but go on.
I
Like
mean,
enlighten us.
things can
Go
change
on.
in the next 5 months, but you have, Emo, DNR, Raw, WDF, TTC. You have us. You have ASC. There was somebody else I'm missing because I know that they had at least 4 or 5 themselves, and then we brought over 3 or 4. So you're looking at 7 or 8.
Right. Like, can these other teams actually take on emo?
I
Bro,
mean,
did
a
we
lot,
did we
a
think
lot can change.
did we think did we think EMO could take on them? Like the
Yeah,
thing
bro.
is, it's 5 months of
No,
Big
bro,
egos.
I said
Now
it like
listen,
2.5 months ago that emo was gonna
I've been
win.
I've been rooting for them. I don't know if I thought they were gonna win, but I'm saying 5 months, big egos, big personalities, arguing. Maybe some people leave, maybe some people stay, maybe teams implode, maybe teams recruit. Look at TV. It came out of
Uh,
nowhere. Like out
I
of
don't know if they
This
nowhere.
came.
14
I don't
format
know
is
if they
you never
came out
know
of
with the win
nowhere.
14 format.
What do you mean they
If
didn't
you
come?
have
They just lost. They just lost to TGT in Battlefield like 3 months ago. Now I genuinely don't know what that match looks like. You know, so it's like no, they came out of nowhere. But I didn't complacent. I got to not even acknowledge that they had a K48. Where did this GDC guy come from? Irish. Where did you get this guy from?
He's
He's
been here
active
a lot.
like all day.
He was actually here last challenge. He's just
What?
Yeah, he's
he's just
literally
I'm
in
so
C5C6 Discord recruiting for ATB. Him, Swamp, Mike. Like I see them active all the time, talking to people and be like,
yeah.
okay, we have an account and stuff.
I guess for Pop it's just like people come to me. So it's been I don't think, yeah, 99% of the time, people come to me, and occasionally I'll reach out to a person I played All Stars with, or someone whose gameplay I like, or someone whose keep I hit, and I really liked how it held up defensively. But like when I hit a keep and I look at his debuffs and his buffs, I immediately can know the type of player you are. It's gotten to that point. You know what I mean, Oz? You know what I mean,
Yeah,
Gigolo?
yeah,
You can kind
it's
of know the finer
experience. Yeah.
details, that let you know, I want this person. I want this nigga on my team. So that's the only way I recruit is through that. I hit someone and I like how they keep it. Someone I played in All Stars with, or I get reached out to through like Discord or YouTube or Evony, you know?
Is that why you never reached out to Gigolo?
touche, touche.
I
I'm
mean,
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I did
I
reach,
love him.
I did
I got a
reach out, but
question
he
for
started.
you. Go ahead. What were you saying, LS?
I was saying I did reach out, but he started unzipping his pants right away. Bro. Anyways, go ahead, bro.
All right, you're not supposed to tell our secrets. Um, so now with this continent change and the lack of how many servers are in each continent and how Chalons has already been going with everybody complaining there's not 256 actual teams, have you and the
Mhm.
devs decided that you guys are going to scroll down on how many teams we have in Chalons each down to like 128?
What? Wait, is that like a trap question? I think Ebony ought to look at it, and 128 or 64 is actually where it should be. I don't think 256 works anymore. And the same should apply to like all stars qualifiers as well. Like they should shrink it down because you don't really have players outside of those, like competitive players that actually want to be in these events.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if they go to 128, I think this shift won't be as bad. But I think it's going to get even more boring if they keep the 256 format with how few servers there are now in each continent. I think it's
Yeah,
going to be
someone
some.
ran numbers. I think Beso ran numbers, and I think most continents don't even have 256
Oh
alliances.
no, they only have like 150, like
Yeah, so
110 to
that's
150. Yeah,
so that
everybody
may
has
be
servers.
worth raising with them, like Ebony, on the next dev call.
If they have another one.
I mean, that's organizable. It's not that hard. All we're gonna do is message them and ask for it, and I think they'll oblige if we
Yeah, that
just
would be a
push
good
for it.
idea then, because otherwise, I
Can
think
we?
it'd be a much more fun competition if you actually have some decent teams, and because sometimes you can go into the first 4 rounds and you're just so bored, no competition, and you get to the fifth round and you finally get going. And there's a lot of teams not even showing up anymore. You don't even have teams showing up. There's teams that split for qualifiers and then they come back, and then so now there's a lot of one or two teams in the whole match. I think the 128 would be a big difference for that.
Yeah, okay. Let's try.
What are you gonna say, Ellis?
I was gonna say, can we get some of you guys to write up some ticket for everyone to send? I think it's really unfair that C67 are not allowed to have that champion Josephine. I just don't
I think
understand the
that's
logic behind it.
I think
Why?
that's
Why
to
can we not?
compensate. That's to compensate for the number of K50s you have. They're like, fuck, you can't have
No, we've
everything.
not. Okay, we've not been able to have her since. Wait, I just like I understand some of the other stuff, but why Josephine? Why can't she just pop up in one of the events? That's so much buffs, bro. It's not even
I
a
they they
insubstantial amount.
won't. They eventually roll them around in every continent. I think there are buffs that are exclusively available right now to C7 that are not available in other continents. And when that happens, there are other buffs that they take from you.
Yeah.
It's
But they
always
give
been
you
that
like a
way.
red
Like that
chest
should
where you
not,
can
but
pick
that
which
should not
champion you want.
prevent you
Yeah,
from
but
writing
that's such a
tickets and
little.
asking for it.
Yeah,
You
well,
can always
can
ask
you
for it.
you guys who have the Indian mafia who have all the discords unlocked, you guys can you guys put it get your I'm sorry, but
We're all
anyways,
No,
I
no,
think
it's all right.
so it's
I think we've held the people hostage long enough. Is there anyone else wants
Yeah,
to
one
say?
more thing. The last thing is Stampede's going to start. If he can join the thing, start showing the video. Um, us and Hot faced each other in Server War and decided to take it as an opportunity to do some testing on mechanics.
Oh, nice.
And the main thing we tested was siege rallies. We wanted to put to bed the debate between T16s and larger march size because some people are saying to not do your T16s at K45 and just go K46. So we did some rallies to test a larger march with no 16s versus 16s with a smaller march. And having a T16s was incredibly different. It was a night and day, even with the smaller rally size. I think we killed like 30
Like
something percent higher.
who was saying, bro? Who was saying don't do T16s?
If you look at some of the chats in GK's chat and on C5, that debate has been there
Fuck.
and people skipping. So there's some advice being given out in those
No.
chats. So I just wanted to put that to bed and show people how much of a difference it makes. We tested out, from what I tested so far, a meta for Siege, which, I think RSP was doing a long time ago. You may have mentioned it to me, but people didn't stick with it. Was the T13 Siege rally, basically. We found that to be the strongest. And then we did some messing around with archers. So there's a video I made with Stampede. He put it all together. So if anybody wants to check it out. And I put together some the march setups that we started using.
All secrets going out, huh?
Yeah, it's time to expose them. And the
I
in
guess
the
you got
meta
the spoiler
C4,
already.
the meta round.
Okay, I'm gonna stream
All
the
it took
video.
was one stampede. That's all it took was one stampede to join, and all the secrets flow out of the door.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna play it.
Okay. So basically, what we were trying to test is ideal
Also, sound check. Is it audible? Not like last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
siege rally marches, and then we also wanted to test the difference between 1K layers and 10K layers, since a lot of people have been talking about sending more layers. So the first rally we did is 10K layers. As you can see, the buffs are crazy, debuffs are crazy. So we wanted to have a strong keep to make sure that it was pretty accurate. So in this one, you can see the first one here we did 1K layers. Is you guys feeling me right now?
I don't know what stampede.
I meant it was not visible in the recording, so I just changed the screen.
Oh, okay. And then the defender had 2 keeps, which is 10K layers to add more realistic rain type scenarios. And you can see the damage here. And I believe This was the 10K layers. You can see that we lost slightly less power because of the lower tier troops, but we killed the same. So we found that even though they're almost equal, it makes more sense to go 10K because the 10K will also help you when raining if you're using your main marches. Then we went further and experimented with different setups. You can see this one did 3.4. What we did is we added more T14s. Actually, hold on. That's
Actually, I think we removed T16
oh no, that,
in
I'm
that
sorry.
one.
I know which
Yeah.
one this. This is the one. This is the one that we did no T16s. So this was to prove the test between if people who are K45 should skip T16s and go K47. I mean 46 for more march size. We wanted to test if march size is really better than having the extra layer T16s. As you can see here, we went down to 3.4. And this is without everybody, nobody had T16s in their march. We took them all out. So the march size is a little bit smaller. And then this next one with T16s. You can see it's a huge difference. It's not even close. So all we did was add 100K T16s. So it's not like the 16s got all the kills. You can see some of them didn't get any kills. And that difference was significant. So I think that puts it to bed, at least with Siege, that T16s make a huge difference. Then the next two rallies we did is while we were doing that, we tested going more top heavy, but this was Arch. Let me get the so this last one too, I think this is the last Siege, yeah. We tested the difference between you can see there our T14s are only 100K compared to having 2 million T14s. And in this rally, the difference was significant as well, with T13s and 100K of 14s, 15s, and 16s. So our meta right now that we're using is 10K layers, 100K T14s, 15s, 16s, and then fill in the rest with T13s. I know we've seen some alliances do this in the past, and they weren't testing it exactly. They just would do it in Battlefield and they liked it, but then they would go back to the 14s and 15s, just assuming it was killing more. So the next thing we started testing was Arch, and we did the same thing, 10K layers. This is 1K layers. 10K layers did much better. And then we did 10K layer, and then we did the layering without any T16s to see if it was consistent. Stampede, can you pause it? And this is when we added T16s back to the march. It was night and day. There we go. One thing that we didn't mention in the video. Yeah, one of the things that we didn't mention in the video is after we adjusted with our Archer March, we added 1 million T11s. So that part's in the video. And we found that we replaced the T13s 1 million with T11 1 million and had almost exactly the same kills. What was interesting about it that we didn't expand further and I want to test more is all the siege layers got a lot more kills when we did that for some reason. So we don't have the full mechanics behind why that happened, but whatever happened with the rounds, so that could make some interesting future tests to have a little bit thicker siege layers in an arch rally. The rest of the video you guys will be able to see on the more page, but just wanted to show a little bit. And I put in there a list of all the marches that we're doing so everybody can see it. I don't want to take up too much time. If anybody has any questions. I don't remember to tell you if it was the 10K. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, sorry, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember which layers it was. We didn't point that out. That may be in the recording because Stampede has the live recording of how we tested. We made sure that everybody joined in the right order, so there was no controversy over the bigger march was second or third. Every time everybody was in the same exact order, and you can hear us talking live about it. You can also hear me trying to herd the cats and having to do a couple over again. So
what is the
we wanted
average match size of your land of the people joining the rallies?
I think it was like maybe 9 million because we only had
Oh wow, pretty good.
we only had a few of us in the siege, and then we added 2 more for the arch.
Why have you not moved up to like 15, 20K layers?
For the siege and the well, I mean, if you saw in the video, it didn't really make a difference in the killing. If anything, it was about equal, and then the 10K layers just helps with if you're raining and stuff. For ground and calves, we moved up to 20. But for
And how did that go?
Actually, the reason
I
was
didn't test those.
I have a unique. Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
I
actually
was
the
just gonna say
reason for
I
the
don't know if
test.
I subscribe. I don't subscribe to that higher count of layers.
I
But for
mean,
another
I
day,
do because it works. It works. I'm very like maybe not in like say in Vig. I don't know, but for me, for my play, I know the results of like for example when I go in a portal, when I go in a building by myself, and I
That's what
get
it
rallied.
matters. Yeah.
layers get one shot irrespective.
No,
Right
but
now,
there's a way
it's
around. You don't have to have one layer for everything. You could have, this is a
No, I know what you're
this
about
is
to
an
say. We
in-house
want to
secret.
test that
I don't
more
know if I'm ready to share.
in future server wars. But there's a difference between the rallying and the portals and in the buildings. So in the, in our cab and our ground, we don't show the testing on that because I didn't want to splat ground on Miko full power.
Yeah.
So but ground we changed our march to 40% T16s, and that's when we started
Hmm.
clearing 40 bill no problem.
Yeah.
And then we use 20K layers now. So we're finding out on the ground and calf, which are going to be fighting with in portals the most. That matters more. With
Yep.
Arch and Siege, it doesn't seem to matter as much. So that's
No,
why.
with Arch Siege, you want less T16s.
No, I'm not
Much
talking about
less.
T16s. I'm talking about your layers. So when you
layers.
were asking,
Yeah, you
because you
want
were
less
asking about
top
layers.
heavy layers for Siege
Yeah,
and
so ground.
Arch, and
Yeah,
you want Ez.
ground and cab. I agree. You need minimum 10K if you have like a 10 million mod size or above. But arch and siege, I was gonna say, the layers get one shot irrespective. So I don't subscribe to like a higher layer count in those two matches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine don't get one shotted. I set it up like a tower, bro. I start at the bottom, very low layers, and I get a bit higher as I go up, and I get a bit higher, and then at the top is where I
We
have
can
my
try. We
25K.
can try. We can try an SVS.
I mean, if we
Yeah,
match,
that's
I would
where
love to.
Bro, every
Oh,
third
by the way, are you
SVS
gonna
is big
zero me if we
RSP.
match, or are you just gonna leave me alone?
Like Bob LS or Big
Yeah,
LS?
Paul LS.
Bob LS is getting zeroed, bro. No doubt about it.
Beautiful,
I was gonna say
beautiful. Let's fucking do it.
I was just gonna say I've already zeroed Big LS.
What? You zeroed Vic Ellis? When?
Do you not remember? Fuck.
Well, my
Bruh,
first week of playing in Vig.
Yeah, that's it. Doesn't
You
matter.
count that as you
Yeah,
count
bruh. You
kicking
were a
a
weak
toddler
link.
in
You
his
were a
fucking cradle.
baby. Yeah, you were a baby, and I killed you right then. You shouldn't have
Exactly, you're
become
an
this big.
abortionist. This is
Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck you. Shut up.
I thought that was a sin in your culture. Anyways,
But
it's all good.
We'll have fun. We'll have fun. I was just
All
gonna
right.
say every third SVS is big RSP anyway. So
Oh yeah.
302
I
and
mean, no,
428
I'm
is
gonna
every third
request.
SVS.
I might request a matchup with RSP. I wanna see how many hits it takes. You guys have been hitting pretty scary. I need to do some homework on my enemy. You know?
Oh.
Nah, I'm just
Okay. All right.
I'm joking, but
Let's go. Let's go. Let's send the ticket
all right.
now.
Thanks to
This
everyone.
is good.
I gotta go. But thank you to everyone who showed up, and I don't know if you guys are gonna continue.
Also, Alice, answer to your question on the experiment on what do we say presets. The thing is, MOR didn't had much time, and everyone had to leave, so we had to like pause or stop the preset experiment there, and also they're not
Yeah.
full with SOs right now, so that was also a problem.
Yeah, no, Miko is cool. I hope if we match, I guess no, I'd rather have a shootout. But yeah, no, I'm grown. I'm matured. I've reached that point where winning and losing in SVS means nothing to me anymore. There was a point where I was just like psychotic about it, but we're at a level now where it's like you just get your team their fucking minimal points, get them their battle tested, and just have some fun. You know. So if we match any of you guys, I would love to do some experiments as well. But yeah, is there anything else we need to discuss?
I think Viper wants to join the C6 Viper.
Oh, does he? Oh yeah, let him.
All he's got to do is
Champion
accept the
himself.
invite. I sent it to him a long time ago. I can't send another one.
He raised his hand, requesting to speak. So did Vindictive.
I don't. No, Vindictive. I tried to invite him also.
Okay.
It says invite
Well,
sent. So I don't know if somebody else has to do it because I sent it to them a while ago.
I've got to
Soon as it
dip out, but
popped up.
thanks to everyone for having me,
did
and
you
thanks to
read
everyone for
what?
showing up. I'll catch you guys.
See you, Les. Jake, did you read what Rufus just said? He's roasting you.
Oh, Jake, by the way, GDC says hi. He likes theory crafting with you.
No. Let me see if I don't know. I don't know why I can't invite them because it's showing that I invited them already.
Yes, I see Viper has a green hand on him. He's invited. So Viper, if you don't see the invite, like click on top of your screen. Oh, he left. He's still there. Okay. Top of your screen, like you will get option to join.
Yeah, both of them have an invite sent. Yeah, as soon as I saw them, I was trying to invite them. He's French. Give him a minute. Are they both having trouble? I thought they were just being shy.
Oh, Vindictive is here.
I was just being shy. How's it going, everyone?
There he is.
Yeah, Ben.
How's it going? How's it going?
While you got the stage, tell us about your match from your perspective.
Our strategy was just to go hit USA right away, which we did. I think about 15 minutes into the game, somewhere in the middle, we might have switched into ATB for a while. But I think Zero, somewhere along the way, he was up like 300,000 points, if I remember correctly. That's when all of us had power. So you never underestimate him or USA for that matter. They're just a really, really good team. And then Les got port locked, and then everything went to shit from what I saw. Took him about, what, an hour to get his act together. And then by that point, we had run out of power. USA was, healing bullets and attacking. We were doing the same as well, too. So the only person left to rally was ATB at the end of the day. And then pretty much there was the match. All right there.
Viper finally found the accept button. There we go.
But good for them. Congrats to ATB. They did a great job. Les shit the bed a little bit. I wish he was still on a little bit by getting port locked the whole time. And for the guy who says he doesn't play for second, they sure healed and kept hitting ATB nonstop for about 90% of the game. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
He was talking about that though, his strategy, and it kind of makes sense. Is if you're down like that, the only way you have to risk is pushing up the other team, so then people want to hit you next because you become, everybody gets close and they have to hit somebody else instead.
Oh no,
That can
agreed.
happen in all stars.
when we saw USA up by 200,000, we switched to ATB and started pushing them up as well too. But at some point, like an hour into the game, when you're done, just set off to the corner and just stop healing and let the other three teams duke it out.
Yeah, it's a tough call to make because you never know what can happen.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
notice S2D was down by 200k in last, I think, 25 minutes, and then I saw the final result. S2D was second. So what actually happened
Yeah.
during that time?
So basically, I would hop around in Francis, the 2K50s. We would jump around between USA and POB, and we would just solo everybody one by one as they were healing bullets to do attacks. And then we just went on U Viper and we're just doing 2-man attacks, 4-second rallies, one after another, range or siege range, siege range, siege range, and then hop around again, port to USA or to POB, whoever was healing power, and just 1-man attacking and kill their bullets. So Francis and I think we had just a bunch of 1 billion to 3 billion, sometimes 5 or 6 billion clears, just one-shotted, just trying to catch the timing as everybody healed.
So do you have any favorite target from your last game, like that person, a specific person, like healed a lot and you killed that person a lot?
I don't remember, quite honestly.
What
What?
about you?
Other than you?
What about you, Viper?
Which was the
Ours
last
was
45 minutes?
Nah. Viper?
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hey,
Hey,
Viper.
Ray.
And well, yeah, first I want to say like it was a really pleasure to play with the best players in the finals. And like Irish said, it was really like the game could have went to any of the four teams. I think we came out with a plan and we executed well. So it's true that the game focused more on the offense right now. But I think defense still very important, and we came up to the plan, and we took some good defense. We're good at playing defense, reinforcement. Also, like we have a big rally power. So we try to port lock some of the teams very fast. I think fast setting on some keeps, and they kept porting, and our portal players did very well. So that helped very quickly to port lock some keeps, and we also our hive stayed compact for the first hour, and we played the defense, and we got a lot of points. After some point, the score started to grow bigger and bigger, and I know some of the teams like S2D and USA, started to try to catch points and to to send rallies on us, and we took advantage of that. But I still think the score maybe don't give justice for the fun, but that's the 14 format. I think there is a lot of factors you can't really control. When you play against four very big teams, and those who who go with the plan, solid plan, will win at the end. And maybe the fact that not a lot of teams know about us, and that gave us some advantage also. We the first 10-15 minutes, I can tell you we were getting I can't remember how many rallies from the three teams. We were getting targeted, and it's not very easy, taking rallies from 4 or 5K 50s with very strong laterals. And and we did great. The plan worked, and we countered. Also, we could also send a lot of rallies and zero on some keeps, getting points while also playing defense.
Yeah,
The
you
most
guys had
important.
crazy good reinforcing. Very good.
Yeah, that's we know that against some of the teams, we might be lacking in some buff or keep power or levels, but we counter that with good defense. You know, I still think like it's true. You know, like sometimes when you play in the BOG, BOC, you know, like you face some team weaker than you, or like fat keeps without enough buffs, and you have some for 30, 40 billions zeros with the ground or something, and you know, like you think like you will do that in Chalons Finals, which is not you know, like it's not that easy. You know, you're playing against the top keeps and top players and good buffs and reinforcements, healing. It's not the same. So you know, like you have to change your strategy and also play defense. You know, it's not that easy. You know, I don't remember like Zerion keeps like 30 or 40 billion keeps in one shot. It's not really possible unless, of course, without reigns or something like that, or very weak keep. So that's, you know, like that's our strength, and it worked for us. And I still also, you know, like I don't discount, you know, like any of the teams. Like I'm sure, like we played this battle a few times. Any team can win. Any team can win, and you know, like US to win, and you have, and Francis, you have like you are 2K50s, and you have very good players also, and you know, like even I think you don't have very big rally, but you will be, you know, like even with 2K50s, you do a lot of damage, you know, for the
Yeah.
keeps.
We have
So
a
yeah,
smaller rally. We average what 80 million maybe. Maybe we do a little over 100, but we just make up with it with the T17 power at the end of the day. But you guys had strong, consistent like what 130, 140 million rallies going out. Reinforcing was fast, was very good. Zero was in it to the end. I mean, he's always just a great setter. Period. He was up ahead, did a very good job, and we all were playing for second or third, and we had a nice fierce competition across the board. So except for one.
Yeah. No, I think, you know, like you'll definitely be a force very soon, I'm sure. And you know, like I just want to add, like people think like K50, you know, solos, like it's gonna win challenge. It's just not possible. You know, like it's, you know, like you can disturb your the fillers and such, their young bullets, but you know, also that makes you slower in rallying and such. So I don't think like the solos are going to win any battle, you know, in a four team format battle. You know, like it can work in BOC or BOG one-on-one, but in the end it's always team play. You know, that's what's going to win.
100%. 100%. We basically cheated around a little bit and just we're soloing the bullet guys and getting little by little scores, 3, 4 billion, 2 billion here and there. So that caught us up at the end, luckily. But that's just basically K50s going on, everyone else trying to heal a bullet. Kind of cheating a little bit, but I admit to that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you have to use all your strength. You know, like you have the T17s, you can pretty much zero any 5 billion 10B keeps. You know, you know, like. But I think the game will never be decided, you know, just by solos. And I think in the coming month, a lot of keeps will catch up on defense and such, on buffs, and the gap will get much closer. So the game is going to shift again to be more defensive. You know, we are getting more. We will get more K50s, more K49s, and such. So yeah. Anyways, you know, like I think it was a very good battle, and you know, I want to say like I'm not very happy with the new continent shift. You know, like you know, like it's not really fair for the newer servers. Like it's still tough, but I think, you know, you can't make everyone happy. That's the game. You know, like you will always have like a team that feels like they will never be able to do catch up or something like that. But you know, like we are together now in the C7, and I'm sure like there are a lot of other alliances that also are growing very fast, and I hope we will, you know, like give some good battles for next Chalons. And all stars, we have all stars soon. So
Yeah, I think it's part of the good part. Chalons should be easier, or All Stars should be easier for a lot of people now to get dragons. So they'll be building teams faster and stronger, hopefully.
With
yeah,
that
that's
being
sure.
said, with All Stars, if anybody here wants to give any advice to some of the teams who maybe aren't at the top on how to go about All Star qualifiers, some maybe tips or what you guys plan on doing to get a lot of people qualified.
I mean, we just push our guys' points as much as possible, right? We'll if we set a rally and we know they need to get points, I'll set a rally or Francis will set a rally with just 100,000 layers, and the rest of the team will join to help them push themselves up on points. That's always been a big help.
I'm glad you brought that up because I see a lot of times people say that whoever needs the points has to set the rally, and because I get it that you can get more points as the rally setter, but if your rally cap's too small and you're not a good setter, that's just going to slow everything down. I like going with what you just said, and the top keeps just setting layers, and everybody else join that needs the points still. I think that's the best method.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think we were able to do 5, maybe 6 of our guys last All Stars. I think this All Stars we might be able to get a good 10 people through, I'd say. So that'd be good.
Are you saying that's how Sam plays odds? You have a mic.
Sorry?
You don't have to type
Not me, not me. You said it, bro, not me.
it. I just want to say why we're bringing up All Stars. For the love of God, people, please stop point trading to get into All Stars. You know who you are. There's so many teams. It's like an epidemic right now. You're just not teaching your players anything. You're not preparing your team, and you're just throwing over the people who really actually try hard. Just find different ways to get people in, legitimate ways, like we just said. There's plenty of ways to get people in, and point trading is the worst way.
Fair
I know.
enough.
Yeah.
And now with less teams in the continent, it should make it easier to not have to do that. I know some people feel they have to do it, but you really don't.
There's ways around it. I get it once in a while. You're not getting matched up properly. The points are not just there. You have a low show opponent with not a lot of power. It is what it is.
Yeah, I know there's teams who will purposely try to organize a match where they're gonna be point trading before they even know who they're matching. And there's teams who actually believe Battlefield if you don't agree to point trade with them, which is even worse. So hopefully we don't have as much of that drama going on this All Stars.
There are few teams who just refuse to join the battlefield unless you start trading point so they can qualify
Yeah.
for the All Stars.
Yeah. So hopefully we see an end to that and everybody has a fun All Star season. It's gonna be interesting with less teams. C3, there's not a ton of keeps that have huge war halls that are normally setters, so that'll be interesting. C1 and C2, I think, will be pretty normal. C4 will be pretty normal. C5 shifted a little bit, and C6 and 7 are going to have some big changes.
C3 will be having the best battlefield because most of the biggest teams are in C3 right now.
Yeah, but we don't face each other. As I was saying about them in
No, in All
USA,
Stars,
in
All
All
Stars,
Stars.
yeah, that will be epic. For all of the continents, I think C3 will be the best All Stars.
We'll have a lot of players who are used to rallying, used to being on a rally team. There's a lot of really good keeps and a lot of good players who are on teams that aren't in the top 16 on each continent or 24 or 36. But they're just not as used to being on rally teams. And some of them surprise you in Chalons. In All Stars. One thing I can also say about All Stars is if you do land on a team that doesn't have a good setter, but you are a good spotter, you could help just as much being a spotter. I'll give a shout out to Viper for last All Star season. First round, we had an inexperienced setter. He was the only inexperienced setter in the match, but his rally haul was definitely the highest. and Viper walked him through the whole entire match, and we ended up getting first. I think we came back from like 800k down and still took first. So it can make a big difference.
Also,
Anybody else have any questions?
congratulations for the Chalons. Everyone was like just sleeping on you, ignored you, but you just zipped everyone's mouth. I mean, really good. And as today, I was rooting for you.
Great game to us, 2D.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was a lot of fun. I mean, that was an incredible match just to be a part of. So.
I had a bit of a
Now,
spoiler.
Guys, it was a fantastic match.
in
Congrats to you
chat.
guys again. You deserved it well.
No, I'm just calling out Oz. He's talking trash in chat instead of on his mic. No, I'm not saying C3 doesn't have good setters. C3 just doesn't have
I'm
as
trying to
much.
keep the chat alive. I'm trying to help.
There's not as many keeps with high rally cap is what it is. Because a lot of the top setters don't have high rally cap.
All
But you
stuff
know
is
how
gonna
it
be
is.
fun. Like every continent that has a K50, we're gonna see 240 mil plus rallies, bro. It's gonna be fire.
Oh, I'm not ready for it.
I am looking forward to it, bro. 120 bill, 130 bill keeps. Fuck.
I mean,
What do you
It's
guys
so
think is going
good.
to be the biggest one tap?
I think we're gonna see anywhere between 120 to 130. That's
That's
where
it.
I think we'll see the biggest one tap.
so Oz, we were
That's
talking
me.
about this yesterday. The glitch Evany has about that 90 billion, was it, or 80 billion clear?
88,
88, yeah.
88 billion, where the report
Yes.
rounds up to or rounds down to 88 billion.
Yeah. So like Oz mentioned, I think you should say that. That will be better about that glitch.
So I don't know if it's a glitch, but we've got like 4 or 5 reports at this point. That keeps that are like 80 to 97, 98 billion. All of them are one taps, but every single report, every single time says 88 billion when that account gets one tapped. I don't know if there's actually some sort of coding limitation on how the calculations work and if it's happening because of that. But I think All Stars is probably going to be the best place to find out. Like if you clear an account over 100 bill and it still says 88 billion, then you know there's some sort of integer limit in that calculation, which is causing it.
That'd be really interesting.
Also, recent battlefields, I did notice like Evany is reverting back to the old Evany, like reinforcements are back again for not being counted, and
Yes.
rally setting is improving. So what actually happened in Battlefield? We were reinforcing as a reactor vein, the normal ones, but the keep died and you were able to recall your march without any report. So those
My
reinforcements
marches
were
were
back.
still out.
I had to make some configuration changes so Chalons ran better, bro. That's all it is. I'll fix it before All Stars.
This last round, my march would still be out. The keep ported, and I was still getting a red screen if there was a rally up.
Oh, with every being
So
cleared,
Yeah,
we had a red screen.
I think the game is trying right now to get rallies settling faster than reads. So whatever prioritization it uses has been adjusted. Like somewhere in the last 2 months, there has been a change where reams don't settle as fast as they were before. Like before, like line would be coming at someone, like a rally would be coming at someone. I'd send a march out, and somehow I would still have the report because my march would settle in as reinforcement. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
yeah,
Like
I
if you
like
don't,
that they fixed that, but then they went too far where now they're not settling. So they need to find that balance. But it was too easy to play defense before, unless you're facing a crazy team like you guys. You could play defense pretty easily. But it made everybody complacent as well, because as soon as they stopped fixing that glitch, is when people started getting zeroed fast because you were too lazy on playing defense. You didn't have to react fast.
yeah. Like the biggest testament to that was Chalons semifinals for us. I don't think we've ever landed on an F account in a battle with less than 120 million reads when I said. And semis, I think we landed on a bunch of accounts where they were like less than 50 million reads. And they were reading, it just wasn't settling in time.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody was getting smoked in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah. And I don't know what continent. I think we should put a bet on what continent is going to see the biggest one tap.
I will
It's
go with
likely going to be
C1.
either 1 to
C1.
3.
No, it will be definitely
C1.
C1. I mean, the obvious reason, like prehistoric coiners, like they don't care about buffs. They have been building up way
Squishy
too many
keeps.
troops. Yeah, and trading points is like the most common to get in. And yes, there are like way too many alliances that has super big cape but really bad buff, and you know about it. So it is definitely C1.
Depends because prelims rallies, like those type of accounts make it to prelims, but going beyond
Ye
prelims is where,
So
like, I
prelims,
think the one taps aren't gonna be in prelims. I
I
don't
think
think
the
you'll
one
see.
I think the one tap's going to be somebody gets zeroed from calves and they try to full heal before the cav lands and it heals afterwards and that ground just clears them because all the rains are gone.
no, I believe it will be like the biggest taps are in
That's what happened last
prelims.
season. The biggest clear last season was that way. Same way last season. The biggest
Hmm.
clear.
No,
Somebody full healed and they healed late and then they got smoked.
so no, the
It'll be
reason I'm
interesting
saying
to
it will be
see.
prelims because most of the keeps that goes in prelims, like they don't get reinforcements. The small keeps at the corner of hive, they will tell to teleport, and yes, they will get cleared super easy because it is
Yeah, but
white
that's not
clears
going to be 100.
reinforcement.
That's not going to be 100 billion keep. We're talking about the over 100 bill.
Yeah, but let's see what actually happens. I will go for like prelims will have like super good clears.
Super good, sure, but I think the current, what's the highest? 95 or 96.
Somewhere around that.
I think that gets broken, but I think it'll most likely happen in like finals,
Hmm.
not in prelims because the buffs aren't there in prelims.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and if somebody's
But
feeling 240, it's going to be ridiculous.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well, hey
And I
guys.
think that
240 is gonna
clears
get filled
that.
from prelims.
Yeah, but like people are also gonna reign and all that stuff. So the buffs are not being there. I don't think you're gonna be able to clear big accounts. But like 240 in finals, weak account, 100 million reams, and it gets one tapped. I think that's gonna happen in finals.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thank you, Jig, for having us on here. I got to take off, but it
No
was
problem.
a good event.
Yeah, that was a long event, so I'm going to take off as well. Thank you,
We
everybody,
should
for
end it
joining.
here.
Don't forget, if you want to see the full testing, we're going to have it on our Evony page. Our YouTube. More Evony is our page, and you guys can see the full testing there. Thank you, everybody, and good luck with All-Star qualifiers.
Great, thank you.
Best of luck, everyone.